Hello, so just before we run through this practice today, I want you to think about what it means to activate or engage your core. Now, the best way I can describe it is, it sounds a bit weird, but if I was about to punch you in the stomach, what would you do? You would brace for impact, yeah? You'd tighten everything up and tense everything, yeah? So the best way I can describe engaging your core is that feeling of tightening everything up, yeah? So squeezing everything and bracing yourself. So while we're going to go through these exercises, when I'm saying activate or engage your core, that is what I mean, yeah? So try and think about engaging your core.
Hello, and welcome to this core activation video. So let's begin in a tabletop position, please. That's a nice all fours position. So we've got our hands over our shoulders and we've got our knees directly over our hips. First one we're going to do today to activate our core, we're going to drive our toes into the floor and we're going to lift the knees off the floor just a few inches. So if you just take your knees off and hold them off there just a few inches, you should start to feel everything switch on, get tight, and activate in the stomach. Good. Drop the knees, take a breath, maybe lean back a little bit, and let's go into that again for a second time. So driving the toes in and lifting the knees. Same again, you might feel it a little bit deeper this time. So holding that body nice and straight, nice and level, holding everything nice and tight, and then dropping those knees back down again. Okay. So third time, what we're going to do is just take one foot off and then take the other foot off. Okay. So same again, driving those toes into the floor, knees are a couple of inches off, taking the right foot off, and then back on, and then taking the left foot off, and then back onto the floor. Good. You can drop to the knees, widen up the stance, and then just come back into a bit of a child's pose, just so the stomach goes in the middle, so you got some space to breathe, and just take a little rest there. Okay, so second time, we're going to go back into our tabletop position again. We're going to extend the left leg nice and high out the back, and then we're going to extend the opposite right arm out in front. Just take a second there, just to allow your brain and your body to connect. Then exhale to bring it in, tap the knee if you can, and then inhale, lift and lengthen. Yeah, same again, exhale to round, tap the knee, inhale to lift. Yeah, and then the last one, what we're going to do is hold it at the top position there. So lifting up and then holding there. So feeling the stomach activate, feeling your core switch on, holding there, really think about keeping those limbs up and then dropping them down to the floor. Okay, changing arms, changing legs. We're going to extend the right leg out the back nice and high and then extending that left arm. Again, just take a second there. Just allow your brain and your body time to connect. And then when you're ready, exhale to round, bringing it in underneath, maybe tap. And then inhale to lift, lengthen. Same again, exhale round, inhale lift. And on that last one, pausing and holding at the top. That's the same again, extend, lift, lengthen, and just hold there. Good, lovely, bring that back down to center. And then same again, just back into a child's pose, please. Yeah, knees out wide, dropping the bum back to the heels, and just breathe in there. Good, okay. Bring yourself back up into that tabletop position. So now what we're going to do is move ourselves into a high plank position. So we want to make sure the hands are directly over the shoulders. We're going to bring the feet a little bit further back. So the feet are about shoulder to hip distance apart. And we want to think about tucking our pelvis under. So the body stays nice and straight. Think about squeezing your stomach, squeezing your bum, engaging your core, and just holding everything nice and tight there. Good, now drop the knees back down. Stay the hips back just to rest. And then we're going to go into that again. So same again, just drive the toes in, take the knees off the floor, holding everything nice and level, squeezing, holding, breathing as well. Good, then same again, dropping the knees to the floor, bringing yourself back. So same again, third time we're going to take the feet off the floor. So holding that high plank position, there we go. Now taking that right foot off, and then bring it back down, and then taking that left foot off, and then bringing that back down. Lovely. Drop to the knees, back into your child's pose again. Yeah, just to rest, just to recover. Just take a breath. Nice. Okay, bring yourself back up into tabletop. So what we're going to do here is work on an alignment. The hand is going to go in the same alignment as the knee. The foot is going to come out to the side at the back, and then the foot at the back comes in that nice straight line. So you've got a line there from the hand to the knee to the foot. Stack the hips on top of each other, lifting that left arm up nice and tall. And then when you're ready, just taking that left foot off the floor. So we're coming into a bit of a side plank hold here. You might find a bit of a pinch into that left hip. So holding there, being strong, and then dropping it down to the floor, and then back into your tabletop position. Same again on the other side. So hands in line with the knee, yeah, and then just turning that left foot out to the side, bringing the right foot at the back, yeah, create that nice straight line between them all. Stacking the hips, lifting that right arm up nice and tall, and then when you're ready, just lifting that right leg off the floor. So drive down into the floor through the foot, through the knee, through the hand, keeping that right leg lifted. Good, and then dropping it down and then bringing yourself back to a neutral position. Good, so from there, let's go down into a low plank position. So elbows directly over the shoulders, hands together. You can just have them in a fist or just hold them together. Then we're going to drive the toes into the floor, take the knees off, and then hold that low plank position. Think about tucking that pelvis under, yeah? So squeezing the bum, squeezing the stomach. We don't want the bum too high, and we don't want the bum down too low. Hips are nice and level. Tucking everything under. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the stomach. Breathe there as well. Yeah, find a bit of stillness, find a bit of strength. Hold, engage, and drop to the knees, and then come back into a little bit of a child's pose. Just to take the pressure out of the shoulders, take the pressure out of the core. So same again, driving the toes into the floor, lifting the knees off, yeah, tucking everything under, squeezing the stomach, holding there, breathing as well. Yeah, be strong, be still in this position. Good, drop to the knees, bum comes back, yeah, take the pressure out of the shoulders again. So third time, taking the feet off the floor. So there's that plank, driving the toes in, taking the right foot off, and then back on, taking the left foot off, and then back on. Nice, good. Drop to the knees, back into your child's pose again. Good, just take a breath there. Okay, lovely. Let's bring ourselves round, please, into a seated position, yeah? So just bring yourself round. Okay, so first one we're going to go for is a seated balance one. Yeah, we call this one boat pose in yoga. So we're just going to bring the hands underneath the knees. Shoulders are rolled back and down, chest is lifted, leaning yourself back. Find that pivot point, extend the legs, hold in there. And if you fancy, you can just take those hands away. So the core's engaged, yeah, chest is lifted so we can breathe, spine is straight. And just hold in there, just a nice soft gaze forwards. Good, exhale, release. Nice, just lean it forwards. Okay, let's go into it again, second time. So hands underneath the knees again, chest is lifted, shoulders are rolled back and down, leaning back, find the pivot point, extend the legs, hold. Good, and then taking the hands away. Yeah, same again, just holding there, engaging the core, breathe in, being strong, and then exhale. Let's come into a cross-leg position and just forward fold. Yeah, just to release. Nice, bring yourself back up. So next one, we're going to come into a reverse tabletop position, yeah? So knees are just bent, heels are in a nice straight line with the hips. Hand where the bum is, we're just going to place a hand print behind and just turn the hands out just a little bit, okay? So same on the other hands. We're going to drive the hands into the floor, push the feet into the floor, and lift the hips up. So let's exhale first, and then inhale. Lift the hips up nice and high. Drop the head back a little bit. Feel the pull into the chest as well. Holding here, squeezing, breathing as well. Good, and then exhale, drop the hips back down to the floor. Very nice, okay. From here, we're just going to hold onto the knees and very gently roll ourselves back down onto our mats. So we're going to go for that opposite arm, opposite leg extension that we did, but this time we're on our back. So just bring the knees into the chest a little bit, arms up into this sort of dead bug position. So we're going to extend that left leg out, yeah, and at the same time, we're going to drop that right arm back, okay? We're going to try and do both together at the same time. So extend the leg, extend the arm, hold there, engage everything, and then bring that back up to center. So now change. So right leg, left arm. So extend the right leg, lifting that left arm behind you, and then bring that back into center. Yeah, so same again, extend the left leg, right arm comes behind, back into center, and then right leg, left arm. Nice, good, back into center. Let's go again. One more on each side. Back in. And then right leg, left arm, and then back in. Good. Drop the feet to the floor. Just give the legs a little bit of a shake. Yeah, move the hips around if you need to. Good. So we're going to bring the knees into the head, into the forehead. So give yourself a little bit of a hug. So what we'll do now is bring the knees into the chest or into the forehead. We're going to crunch everything together. And then we're going to extend the legs out straight, but at the same time, lift the arms above the head. So crunch it in and then extend out. Yeah, so straighten the body. Yeah, same again, crunch it in, bring the forehead to the knees. And then extend out. Keep the heels off the floor. Yeah, same again, crunch it in. And then extend out. Arms behind the head. Good. Back down, feet on the floor. Same again, just give it a little shake from side to side. Good, so hands are going to go under the bum, yeah, just to provide that bit of support, so that lower back's a bit flatter towards the floor. Both legs up into the air, nice and straight, nice and tall, and we're going to drop the legs one at a time. So from there, extend and drop that left leg down towards the floor. Keep it straight, but keep the heel off the floor. Nice, bring it back into the top, and then dropping the other leg back down. So extend down, and then bring that back into the top again. Yeah, so we want to keep those legs straight, so dropping it down. Heel close to the floor, but not on it. And then back up. Dropping the other leg. Yeah, and then bringing that back up. Okay, a couple more. So let's do dropping that left leg down, back up, and then dropping that right leg down, and then come back up. Nice. Dropping the feet. Yeah, take a nice deep breath. Okay, so from here, we're going to bring our knees into our chest. Hands are going to go out to the side, so place the hands on the floor just for a bit of support. And we're going to turn the hips from side to side. So we want to drop the legs over as far as we can. So just bring the knees and the hips over to that left-hand side. So just drop it over as far as we can, feel the twist, and then use that core to bring those legs back up to center. Good, and same again on the other side. So just drop it over to that right-hand side. Yeah, feel the twist, and then use your core back up into that top. Yeah, let's do this a few more times. So dropping all the legs over to the left, getting that twist, then back up to the top. Yeah, and the same again, dropping it over to that right-hand side, and then use that core to bring yourself back up to the top. Yeah, let's go for one more on each side. Dropping over to the left, and then back up. Yeah, and the same again, last one, just dropping it over to the right, and then bringing it back up. Yeah, dropping the feet to the floor. So last one, we're going to go for our crunches. So as we lift ourselves up off the floor, think about engaging your core and bracing as you lift yourself up. So the upper back only wants to come off. Keep the lower back on the floor. Crunch, engage, squeeze, and then exhale, lower down to the floor. Yeah, same again. Crunch, lift, squeeze, hold everything. And then as you exhale, lower that back down. Yeah, let's go for a few more of these. So crunch and lift, squeeze, and then back down. Yeah, let's do 3 more. So crunch, lift the upper back, hold everything, and then back down. Nearly there. A couple more to go. So lift, squeeze, hold, and then back down to exhale. And that last one, give it a crunch, give it a lift, squeeze, and release. Slower. Good. Hands on the stomach. Just release the legs out in front. And we're just going to go for a couple of nice deep breaths just to finish. Yeah, so expanding in the stomach and then exhaling to release. Yeah, same again, just expanding in the stomach, exhale to release.